There was no master plan for the first couple years of Baylor. But it was after dabbling in entrepreneurship that I realized I loved the adrenaline rush and the uncertainty and the let's see what happens sort of thing. The combination of realizing I was pretty good at engineering, it seemed like there was a natural fit there. The initial kind of spark that got me into 3D printing in the first place was seeing this printer in action in this professor's university lab. That totally blew my mind. Shortly thereafter, I ended up buying a couple of 3D printers and basically taking them apart, putting them back together in my dorm room. And that's when I decided, I'm going to the backyard and I'm going to build this giant machine. And so at the corner of 5th and Daughtry, right off of Baylor's campus, that's where the very first printer was ever built. I think it was about 6 months before I graduated, I realized that this idea of concrete 3D printing was a pretty special idea, and I wanted to pursue it with kind of all my attention, all my focus, not as like a part-time gig after work. And so right after graduation, I incorporated a company and I gave it a shot. I would not recommend starting a company right after graduation. You don't know a lot, you're pretty naive, and you don't have a lot of connections. But it still seemed to be something worth pursuing. And for the first year and a half, it was really kind of tinkering, trying to mature the technology, get a sense of what I need to do. Ended up connecting with Jason and Evan, my two co-founders, and they kind of brought their business acumen, and I brought the technology vision. At the time, in 2014, 3D printing started to become this thing that people talked about in kind of mainstream channels. It kind of started to get picked up. But I had a feeling that plastic 3D printing was not this game-changing technology, especially FDM printing, which is what most people use. You can print little trinkets and spoons and little toy elephants, but at the end of the day, no one really needs these things. What people really need are homes, and they need a lot of them, and they need them cheaper. And so that was a mission that felt worth pursuing. And so if we can put these folks in safe homes, it now opens up all sorts of opportunities to them. They can think about things like school and going to have a job and feeling safe at night and studying at night. And when you start thinking about it, a home opens up so many kinds of opportunities to these folks. It was pretty neat to get to be a part of that. We can print houses that are anywhere between 500 square feet to upwards of almost 4,000 square feet. Anywhere within that range, we can print it. So people think that it's this going to be a small little house. It's not the case at all. We've printed 4,000 square foot structures. We actually have printed now the largest 3D printed structure in the United States. Our mission is scale and global scale. This is a tremendous honor. I just remember thinking about all the folks who had graduated from Baylor and who have gone on to do amazing things back when I was there, and kind of imagine that maybe one day I would do something just as cool. And so the thought that maybe I'm considered as part of that group is just an amazing honor.